time for the one and the only show. It can only be the Luke Howard Show live. Oh, thank you. Oh, round of applause, thank you. It's another glorious, beautiful day out there. The sun's out. It's 10 a.m, which means it's the one and the only show, the Luke Howard Show. And of course, it can only be presented by, me, Luke Howard, the one and the only. So today, you want to hear what we got coming up today? Oh, you're going to absolutely love this because we've got to be interviewing my great Aunt Val all the way from South America. Yes, she's still living out there. Last time we caught up with her was in February last year, so we're going to be catching up with her today to see how she is and what she's doing, because I do know, because I spoke to her the other night, what she's doing. She's not living in the jungle at this moment. She's actually living in the mountains. So we're going to be catching up with her at 10:25, which is in about 25 minutes. So we'll do a little interview with her, a little catch up to see how she's getting on. But first, we've got to get through all the important things first, because today is a very special day. The 22nd of April is otherwise known as Earth Day. Now, it's an inception, and its organisers promote events educating the public, of course, about a variety of subjects. So this is what it includes: climate change, air pollution, water pollution, erosion, recycling, composting, renewable fuels and power, carbon footprints, efficient cars, rainforests and ecosystems. So as citizens of the world, we can all take these actions in protecting the earth and its creatures and their habitats. Green living can include, more fuel efficient vehicles or windows maybe, or it can also include, it's a beautiful day for it, it can also include landscaping for your climate, reducing the amount of water which has been required. So you could always post photos on social media as well, and that's how you can get involved. And it's celebrated by engineering and Earth Day activities in your area, and this is what you can do. So you can support and use recycling programs in your community. You could also, it's a great way, I might do this later on today, you can also volunteer to clean up local parks. Well, I don't suppose you can do that at the moment, can you, with all this going on? And streets, or on the clean-up days maybe, or you could support a frequent green business, or use a reusable products versus disposable. It's a great thing to do, actually, if you've got nothing to do at the moment. You could also repurpose items that have outworn their use. You can shop second-hand and thrift stores for general used items. You could also use energy-efficient appliances, or line dry your clothes, which is a great idea. Or you can walk or ride your bike to work if possible. I don't think you can at the moment. You can't go to work at the moment anyway, because you're working from home. Or let's just ride it around your garden, maybe. Maybe you could just ride it around your garden, or just around your block or something, or you could do carpool, or make one. I don't suppose you'll get stopped by the police for doing carpool. Or you can do a trip instead of multiple trips for shopping. You won't be able to do it because you're allowed to go out once a day. Or you can encourage your favourite products to reduce packaging. Now, numerous green campaigners, they launch events around the globe each year. So just one year, you or your friends can organise one that fits your community needs, but you need to sure to register the event too. So, for example, you can check out 1 Square Inch of Silence, which is founded on Earth Day in 2005, and it encourages you to participate in extending natural silent spaces around the globe. So you can share. That's what I was going to say. You can share your pictures of Earth Day using the hashtag Earth Day on social media. So the history: in 1969, the concept of Earth Day was established at a UNESCO conference in San Francisco on March 21st, 1970, and its first proclamation, and it was signed by Secretary General Yu, that at the United Nations a month later, on April 22nd, 1970. April 22nd is today. So Senator Gerald Nelson founded Earth Day. While National Earth Day is not considered a national holiday, we encourage you to learn more. So there you go. It's an amazing day. So if you're celebrating it today, do enjoy it. Last it. Do as much as you can. Do as much as you can for Earth Day. Just, there's not much you can do for it really, but just try your best. Try your best. Okay, so let's get through these papers now. We've got 2 great stories to talk about today. And one of them is, there's this shop in Hertford. It's quite local to here, about 13 miles from here. Now, an online appeal by a Hertford-based technology company for supplies and everyday essentials is to support Princess Alexandra Hospital in Harlow. And it's secured more than 25,000 worth of donations. So the appeal, organised by Numbus Hosting, the cloud specialist web hosting company, has already attracted around 2,000 individual purchases of key items, like Cadbury's chocolate and lots more, Tetley tea and groceries and essentials, basically. So it's food and throwaway clothing for doctors and nurses. So the appeal was brilliant idea. The appeal was launched in response to the growing coronavirus health crisis. That's what everybody knows that. So a Nimbus Hosting working is in partnership with the Harlow Hospital, which I was right, which was launched. I'm always right, I am. Which has launched a wish list allowing the public to pay for pre-approved items such as disposable clog shoes for NHS staff and camp beds and energy and protein bars. We all need protein bars here and there. So Managing Director of Nimbus Hosting, Tim Dunton, whose wife is a consultant and a therapist at a PAH, described the response as unbelievable. So it's nice that the country is behind the NHS and they're supporting them at this difficult time, said Tim. And he said, I've been helping pack the boxes, and what's really nice that you can open them and you can have some gift notes in some, and that have left notes as well. And it's really fantastic. And it's not just the items, but the moral that it's given is to the team in Harlow, which is amazing. So the wish list has turned into a full-time job for Tim. Do you know what? Every story I read every single day on this show is absolutely amazing. We get some really good stories in these papers that we speak about. That's on my script. Absolutely amazing. So the wish is that, and then he said he's keeping it up to date, following decisions with the hospital about what they need as the demand changes. So the appeal has secured donations of the least 20 pairs of clogs and 100 sanitary products, 40 packs of shower gel, 40 walkie-talkies and 40 phone chargers, 50 razors and 50 boxes of Haribo sweets. Tim added, though, that the words cannot express the gratitude and we all have for the men and women in our NHS who are working. God, got so much to talk about here, can't get it all out of my mouth, day and night to save lives. And he said that we set up this appeal in the attempt to ease the burden of exhausting and relentless shifts and providing doctors, nurses and staffers with some great comfort during these incredible difficult times. The huge level of support from the British public has blown us away, and we hope that these donations will continue to surge as the situation continues. And if anyone is wishing to purchase items for the NHS team, you can do so at this website, www.amazon.co.uk/HZ wishlist/is/3CG19Z W71 FQKK. That's www.amazon.co.uk/HZ/wishlist/is and then /3CG19ZW71FQKK. And there you go. Right, one more story now, and then I'm going to tell you how you can get in touch today. And if you want to ask my great aunt any questions, you are more than welcome, and you can ask, and I will read them out on the show, and then she will answer your questions on the show. So this is to do now with the NHS. So last week, everybody knows that last week the government announced that the current restrictive measures will need to stay in place for at least the next 3 weeks. So he said that we must remain united and keep up the great national effort as the Cabinet Minister is responsible for the local government, and it has been clear to me that this national emergency requires a local response, and I have worked with colleagues in Westminster and local government to put one in place since the start. Now the battle will be won in every home street, village and town. Each of us has an opportunity to contribute to the country that we love by playing our part and looking out for those around us. So councils are on the front line and are facing additional measures and unique challenges. Now, which is why we are all announcing that huge new funding is to help active and blood pressure. So we are making available an additional 1.6 billion, would you believe, pounds to support them and protect vital services, and of course shops and people who are suffering with rates and stuff. So there hasn't actually been an operation on this scale since the Second World War. And he said that I would like to extend my gratitude to those. Robert Jenrick said this. He said the local government working crisis, and from the council workers supporting the most vulnerable, to the bindmen and women running essential waste collections. You are the unsung heroes who are keeping our country moving. My boss asked me, he said, Luke, why don't you get involved with the local community and help them out? I said, no, I do a local radio show, I do loads of other things, you know, I've got so much to do and it's not really my thing. And because I'm not very good with delivering stuff, but I am, but not with this sort of thing going on, I'm not very good with delivering and stuff, because I can get near people quite easily, so I need to have someone with me to do it, so I can't really do this at the moment. So if you're wondering, Luke, you should do that local thing in Buntingford with the heroes, I can't do it, unfortunately. I'm not allowed to. We've been there, we've tried to do it, it's not great, so for me to do it, it's not great for me to do it. So I can't do it. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, so if we all stick together, he said, we will see this dark period through and turn on tide on coronavirus once and for all. And they're also saying, which is true, because we will get through this. We will. We really, really will. So, okay, I must say how you can get in touch on the show today. So, 07593 847 105 is the number to text or call. If you text in, start with the word talk and your name, or you can phone us. It's 07593 847 105. There's two email addresses. GaryJHoward63@hotmail.com, or there's my email address, which is 345457@student.hrc.ac, or get in touch with us via social media. It's at the Luke Howard fan page on Instagram, or you can use the hashtags #Luke Howard or #Luke Howard Show. New hashtag is Ask Auntie Val, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to ask Auntie Val, if you want to ask her any of your questions, you know, any questions about her, where she is now or whatever, because I'm going to be asking her a few questions. So if you want to ask any questions, get in touch with us. Drop us an email or text or call or whatever, and then we'll mention it on the show, and then she'll answer your questions. Okay? So that's what's going to happen today. We're interviewing her in about 15 minutes. But I just want to read one more story out, because there was one more story that I was going to talk about, and that was... I'm just trying to think, where was the other story? It's on my script somewhere. Oh, here we go. This is the other story I was going to talk about. It says... It's about, that's what I was going to say, it's in my script. Tributes paid to, that's what I was, yeah, of course, it's in my script. Yeah, it is, yeah. So tributes is paid to compassionate and kind former town mayor Linda. Oh, God, this is another dreadful story. Tributes have been paid to Dr. Linda Radford, a former mayor of Hartford, who has died following an illness. Oh, God. She was described as a kind and compassionate person, and she served the councillor of Hartford Town Council for more than 10 years. Do you know what? We hope her and her family, we hope her family are all okay. We really do. We hope they're all, okay. And we hope they're all fine. And so she was described as a kind and compassionate person. Oh, God, our thoughts, that's what I was going to say. Our thoughts are with her family, who are going through this dreadful time as well. She was in the town council. She's done a lot with them. She did a lot of volunteering on a number of occasions, and she did a lot of local organisations, and she worked as a pharmacist with her own business in Broxbourne before her retirement. Now, first being elected to represent Bengio Ward in 2007, she then became leader of the council and was mayor of Hartford from 2015 to 2017. So she also served as a mayoress when her late husband Russell was a mayor. So Hartford Town Council announced on Tuesday that staff had been left deeply saddened by her passing. Oh, God, our thoughts are with her family, of course. Current Mayor of Hartford, Carol Rosemary Bolton, said that Dr. Radford had a mere impact on Hartford during her years and in the council, and would be missed by everyone. She added that Linda was a kind, compassionate and intelligent person, and a command and dedicated councillor. She made a huge contribution to Hartford over the years, including 2 terms as mayor. She will be sadly missed by her colleagues and community, and we would like to express our signature indulgence to her family and many, many friends. Oh gosh. So our thoughts, of course, are with her and her family, and we all wish her the very, very best, and her family. I mean, we'll wish her family okay. My words are really bad today. I don't know what's happening with me today. Our thoughts are with her family is what I was going to say. That's it. And, yeah. So Hearts Live. quickly, really quickly talk about Hearts Live. If you've got anything to say about Hertfordshire, our local area, then you have to use the hashtag #WeAreHearts, or you can visit their website, which is heartslive.co.uk, or find them on Facebook. It's Hearts Live. Or you can find them on Twitter, which is also Hearts Live as well. So our thoughts with the family once again. And let's quickly just see what's on the telly tonight.